he was like, I don't care about your body count. He was like, like it was kind of a conversation that we had where it was like moving past this like idea that he didn't want like a pure virgin, basically. Like that's not what he wanted. And that was the first time that I had heard that out of a guy. And I guess in my head, for my ethics and my standards, that's when I knew like he was the one. But I did also recognize.
Wait, hold on.
It sounds familiar.
Wait. Hold on. Wait, there's so many things here. Hold on.
There's so much to unpack. He's like very feminist.
Did he vote for Kamala?
Of course he did, yeah.
Okay. The point when you knew he was the one was when he said, "You're bad in bed. I wished you more guys."
Because
is anybody else hearing the same thing?
I'm hearing that.
It wasn't that. It was more of, for the first time in like my dating life, there wasn't someone who was trying to like equate my self-worth to a number, I guess. So it was really refreshing. But wouldn't
it still be equating to a number? Because instead of him wanting your body count to be low, he wants it to be high, which is still a number. Like he wants, you didn't fuck 30 dudes before me. Fuck
I guess
you.
Okay. I guess it's because
it's still the same thing.
I come from a Southern Baptist background, and like previous to him,
happened?
all of the guys that I was dating.
Do your parents approve of him?
Yeah.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Are your parents conservative?
So my parents used to be a lot more religious when I was growing up. Like when I was growing up, things were incredibly different, mostly because of the church that we were in, and it was kind of like a cult, if I'm being quite honest. Now that my parents are older, they're still very religious.
Sure.
But
who did they vote for?
My parents voted Democrat.
Oh.
Yeah. Because my parents' viewpoint on religion, and this is also like my viewpoint on religion still, is that how you hold religion is like within you, and that's your own like truth, and that's for you, and it's not for anyone else. And no two people will believe will read a scripture and interpret it the same way. And so my parents, I feel like, kind of view a lot of modern day Christian churches, like those mega churches and stuff like that, to be like just a modern day interpretation of the Pharisees. So
sure. Wait, so okay, going back to your boyfriend.
I'm like, I hope my parents are
wait, hold on. Wait. I had something on this. Your boyfriend, he won. So he was. Wait, no. Okay, I have it. You said it was the first time in your life that you ever heard a man say that he would have preferred you less pure, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't this just support our position if it was the first time in your life that you heard this from a man, that this is a standard that men have for women?
Well, because also like where I grew up, maybe like the guys that I was dating were all involved in our church.
You're in LA. LA is like totally degenerate.
No. Like I grew up in Tucson, Arizona.
No, but you live in LA now, right?
Yeah, but I didn't. Yeah. Anyway.
LA is totally degen.
And anyway, it was just refreshing to not be equated to, is she gonna be a good wife? Is she gonna be a good mom to kids?
As opposed. I'm sorry.
Like,
keep going.
Like it was a refreshing take for me to hear that he was more interested in talking about, like, I don't know, philosophy at 3 a.m. than asking me, what I bring to the table, or if like, I want to have kids. Do they have to be biological? Because, that's a big thing for a lot of men, is that they want biological kids. It was like this kind of like purity standard of like a perfect little Southern Baptist housewife, and like what I was raised to,
what's
like
the opposite of
Be.
pure?
Well, that's what I'm saying, is like I don't really believe in this like pureness, I guess.
Like what's the opposite of pure? Dirty? Unclean?
I suppose.
Do you think the world should be pure or unclean?
I feel like pure is very like subjective. It's subjective what someone
what about the
pure.
oceans? Should the oceans be pure or unclean?
They should be clean, but like.
So they should be pure.
Well, pure as pure of what?
Impurities.
Well, I mean contaminants. There's I mean, with the ocean, this is specifically environmental, obviously. So, yeah, contaminants.
I suppose what I was trying to say with
But what is so appealing to you about a man who prefers a woman who is unpure as opposed to pure?
I think it was just refreshing to hear him say that. Like, it was just refreshing to have someone say that to me. It was the first, like, intrigue. I
That's
was
when
like,
you knew he was the one.
Well, when I say, like, the one, I was like, he
wish.
was, like, different. He was just so different than every other guy that I had dated, which had all been very religious, either, like, Catholic or, like, part of our church, like, very, like, Christian. And so, for me, it was refreshing to hear that, first of all. Second of all, it kind of like gave me like this kind of like light bulb moment where I was like, oh, so like not every guy views it that way, and if that is the case, then I guess then became like very interested in why certain men view chastity and things like that. And I asked him, and he was like, honestly, I have no fucking idea. And I was like, that's not a great answer. Thanks, babe.
I want to just
I
ask
think he's lying.
I want to ask the other panelists here. Do you think like of the men, like men in general, do you think that most men, wait, who else is in a relationship? You're in a relationship, right? I think it's just you two who are in relationships. Mm-hmm. Like you've got it, and you've been in a relationship for 3 years,
mm-hmm.
right? Do you think your boyfriend would genuinely like prefer, like if you were to ask him, would you like me more if I'd fucked more men before you? Do you think, like, what do you think?
Well, yeah, my situation's not the same.
No,
as
I know,
that.
but like, what do you think? Do you think he would like you more if you had slept with more men before him?
No, because I'm a lot younger than him also. So
Well, sure, but okay.
so in general, no, because that would be really weird with the
Like-
age gap. And then if I had that on top of it,
Yeah, that
that would
makes
be
sense.
really
You're right.
bad.
Yeah, I
So
agree
no.
Well, but so look, at least my thoughts on this. There are degen men out there, but my thoughts on this is that like most men are not going to be like, yeah, I really wish my girlfriend fucked more men before she met me.
Well, like wording it like that, but
But
That's the
yeah,
gist of it.
yeah.
I
but
think
so you said you actually had the conversation.
We
with
did.
him.
We did
And
have the conversation.
So the
And-
conversation was what?
He didn't say like, "Oh, I wish you would have had more dicks." He
No,
wasn't
I
that
know.
like,
sure,
you know,
he wasn't
like,
vulgar.
he wasn't vulgar.
He said, like, was this an actual like it was overtly expressed? Like, hey, you were just not sexually experienced. I wish you had more sexual experience.
Yeah, he was like, you know, you're just not like as sexually experienced as I am, because I think at one point I did. One of the times that we were having sex, I did start crying because I just like felt so bad about the situation. And he was like, you know, it's okay.
Your boyfriend made you cry.
He didn't make me cry.
He made you cry.
I made myself cry about it.
No, he made you cry.
No, like I
He
made
you
myself cry about it.
If he
but-
was like speaking, I'm pretty.
No, you're like.
I mean, look.
But he was very sweet about it. He wasn't like vulgar. He wasn't like, you know, bad at all about the situation. He was like, you know, very sweet. He you know, hugged me. He was like, it's okay. You know, he was like, you just don't have like as much experience. And like, this was like when we were
It's
first dating.
okay. You suck at sex. You're terrible.
And he was like, you know, I have more experience than you, and that's why it's you know, like it is what it is.
But like.
And he was like, you know, he didn't make me feel inherently bad about it, but he did say, you know, like all the other girls that I had been with have obviously had XYZ more
that's
experience.
Such an L for, okay. But so, I guess question for you though. So like even granting he was like, he wished you were better in bed. Are you saying that he would have made the trade-off of he gets you more sexually, like you better in bed, but the entailment of that is you have an additional like 10 sexual partners? Is that a trade? Is that what you're saying? And is
Wait,
that
what?
Okay, so because like a guy, as a guy, you can be like, oh, okay, she's not great in bed. But the thought would never cross my mind. Like the thought that would cross my mind in this situation is like, okay, how can I tell her what I like? How can I give her like tips in a positive way and like try to be supportive and whatever? It would never be, oh, man, fuck this bitch. I wish she fucked like 10 other dudes so I wouldn't have to deal with this. So I guess the question is the entailment that he was dissatisfied with your sexual skill, is the entailment the trade-off of if he could have gotten you more sexually skilled, he would have happily had you had sex with more men prior to him.
I don't think at this point he cares, but maybe at that point I think it was maybe bothersome for him. And
to the point he wished that you fucked up more men prior to him.
Now I feel like he would have a different answer than when we first got together, if that makes sense. Like now I think he would be fine with it because we have made like it out, but like in the beginning it was like, you know, rough. So maybe.
I mean, like, it's so, what I don't understand is like, you have to really be fucking up as a girl to like be bad in bed. Like, you gotta fuck up. You gotta be trying to do shit to like be bad in bed.
Okay, but we've talked about
just
preferences,
doggy style, arch
right?
your back. You're good.
Okay,
that's it.
But we've talked about preferences. You said that you love it when girls ride you, and he said that he doesn't like it when girls ride him.
The grind ride.
Yeah.
I don't
But
like.
The hop, good with the hop, not the grind.
Okay,
I don't
here's
like
the thing.
if she's going like. I don't like the jackhammer. I don't like the jackhammer.
Wait,
What's the
Like
jack?
the jackhammer is like.
Speed.
Got it.
I don't like it. I'm more of a gentle. I prefer guys prefer more gentle sex. You know, like I don't want the girl like.
Okay,
I don't want to.
This might be TMI,
like, come
but
on,
what
let's
you
do a
said
little motion,
you
you know?
dislike is like the exact thing that Bartholomew, we'll call him that.
Yes.
He loves that shit. So it's like I feel like every guy is different in like what they want in sex and a relationship and all of these things. But if we're pushing, I guess what I was in a roundabout, this is a very long way to get to this, is like if we're pushing like a narrative of like guys and girls need to be a certain way, like is anyone ever going to be happy and truly fulfilled in a relationship? Like a normal person who's, you know, like not, I guess, just someone like not, I don't know,
Hide it.
just is the expectation maybe too high?
That is a good question. We do have some chats coming through here that